Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of The Commute.
I'll be your driver.
And I will be your passenger. What I have today, I saw a story, this guy in China who, his wife or fiance, I can't remember, decided to leave him. And I'm pretty sure his wife, they got divorced and life wasn't worth living anymore for this guy.
Uh-huh.
So they found him, someone found him in a park trying to hang himself. Or he was hanging by the tree or something, and they save his life and they go on. Well, it turns out this is this guy's 100th attempt at suicide. Now, they say within, I think, 3 years. So it's been 3 years since she left him. And this is his 100th attempt at suicide.
Man, that's practically your job.
That's pretty much every 10 days you're trying to kill yourself. In 3 years.
Man.
And they didn't say how he tried it any other way.
Right.
But I don't know if, he obviously doesn't want to do it. You talk about cries for attempt, attempt for pride or whatever they call it. He just wanted sympathy. Because he's doing it in a park. You know what I mean? Probably made these big elaborate, throwing the rope over the tree.
These big, the Rube Goldberg machines, knocking a domino over to try to fucking hang himself.
Yes, they had. So then the state decides that, all right, this guy's got a problem. We have to get him medicated somehow. After the 100th attempt, they decide they have to institutionalize him, and because you know what, I think this guy's a problem.
Uh-huh.
Not after attempt 1 or 2.
Sure, 100.
100.
That's the limit.
Because I guess this is commonplace over there. Oh no, he had good reason to kill himself. I think his problem is he's not good at it.
I don't know. I mean, the laws, depending on whatever culture you're from, vary greatly on suicide and what it means.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a thing over there.
Yeah.
And I guess guns are hard to get over there. They don't have any gun violence, so.
Right.
But I don't know if that means it's hard to get a gun. But that's what you do. You fucking load it up and you stick it in your throat and you pull the trigger.
That's.
It's a big song and dance about it.
If he's looking for ideas.
Yeah. Send us an email at thecommutepodcast@comcast.net. We'll give you all kinds of ways to kill yourself.
That's not a good idea.
Not really. We're not really going to do that.
Yeah.
So.
Don't kill yourself.
Don't ever kill yourself. It's a bad idea. There's always help.
That's the thing. I mean, what took so long for this guy? It's people around him, he obviously, whoever's in his apartment building, they see him going out every 10 days with a rope. Nobody is like, hey, man.
Hey, maybe they don't interfere. Maybe you're an asshole if you stop someone from trying to kill themselves over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it is a thing of honor.
That's true.
Or whatever,
But yeah, no support structure for that guy.
That guy has 0 friends.
Not even with the trees. No support structure at all. Man, crazy.
So what was one thing you were telling me about with the kid who finished the video game?
Oh yeah. There was a game, and the only reason this came up is I saw it as a download on the iPad the other day, and I started playing it, and it was this big Kickstarter last year called Goddess, Godus, and the guy who was the spokesman for this thing is this Peter Molyneux guy. And did you ever play that game Fable or any of those?
Yeah.
Fable 2 and 3 and all that. Well, he was the voice box behind those things. He's the public face for all those games where he went out and touted all the features it had, and he was always the one that got shat on when the games came out and they didn't have any of the fucking things he promised. Well, they did this contest thing while the game was running, while they were developing it in the Kickstarter stage, and this kid won it, and they promised him all this stuff where he'd get to develop this god in the game, and it would have the features that he wanted, and, it would have his name and everything, he'd be in this game. Well, the contest ended, and they called him in for this like one meeting, and there was this like pretty cool story, like how he recalls like going there with his friend, and like he was meeting the developers and all this stuff, and he met this guy, and it was this whole huge thing, and it ended up like came to nothing. Like they just had less and less contact with him over time, and they just dropped that whole feature.
And the
from
deal
the game.
was his god would be able to rule for 3 months, like guaranteed.
Yeah.
He rules for 3 months. It was up to him to then control the world, make it go one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And after the 3 months, everyone else in the game could either get together and overthrow him, or they could keep him as god, as ruler, if they wanted to, which I thought sounded really cool. I was like, wow, that's a reward. But
every Peter Molyneux game ever, if it sounds like a cool feature, and it'd be like, oh, great, I wonder how they're going to do that. They're not going to do it. It's not in the game. The game now, like, beyond whatever it was supposed to be, because there's been, like, other, like, God creation type style games and stuff, and they were always pretty fun. I mean, there was the one that I played was called Black and White, and like you controlled almost this like giant avatar monster thing, and you could tell it to like go after people or help people, or in this world that you kind of dealt with. But this game, same thing. It was like based on that, and people are excited about it because it was going to be that kind of thing again. But it's basically like a Facebook game where you can do certain features, and you got to unlock things by either playing it every day or buying these stupid gem things to unlock every Facebook game
Facebook game that they have,
which are popular and they make tons of money.
Sure,
and,
right. I'm jealous I don't copy one of their games.
Yeah, well, that's what this company is doing now, and basically all the features that he touted and everything are.
And they also promised him some kind of money, like he was going to get some kind of monetary reward too.
Yeah.
And he said he's not upset about the money. He's just upset that he keeps continuing to send them email and contact them, and they just don't turn. They're just like, hey, whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Months, like article or whatever. Like it was on it was on IGN website. I think it was the February 11th. Thing. See if you look back. But yeah, it was a pretty cool article.
And then what was the other one?
The other one was the brontosaurus is back, man.
Brontosaurus, yes.
A friend of mine linked that on Facebook, and I was checking out the article on it. But yeah, there was a big thing like that. Back when they first discovered it, it was like 1909 or whatever when they found the skeleton. When they put it together, they put like the wrong skull on like this body of like an apatosaurus. So it hasn't been classified as like an actual dinosaur genus in like forever. But growing up as a kid, brontosaurus, man, that's one of the main dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And it was discarded from science, but they did all this, scientists put it together, they did all this research and stuff on how these bones actually went together, and it is its own genus, and they have like a skeleton, and
so it's official now.
It's official. A brontosaurus is a real thing. Yeah.
Brontosaurus.
So I can go back, I can renege on all the stuff I've been telling my kids.
Okay, like the planets.
Yeah.
There's not 9 planets. There's 8.
You try to stay up on like scientific fact, and there's just no.
And that's the thing that pisses me off. It's science. It's hardcore fact. It's science. You can't dispute. Oh yeah.
But in the same breath, that's the deal with science.
Yeah, it's always changing. You're always discovering new stuff. But it's not like the thing with the planets. It's not like they discovered something different. They changed their minds on the rules, on the laws.
Yeah.
Like
classification.
We've been looking at it for a while, and Pluto just. I don't think so. I don't think it just. To this day angers me. It's funny. I'll play that trivia crack game, and some question will be like, out of the 8 planets, and some will be like, out of the 9 planets, and they accept them both. They're just like, yeah, that question's good enough, because people create the questions and submit them, and then they approve them or not. But
and really, it's just because of the discoveries from all those all the new like exoplanets.
Sure,
and
we found out that there's 8 billion other planets.
and types of planets.
So we have to like change what a planet is, so we can still just have these special planets.
Right.
Because you don't have to change every fucking model in the kid's bedroom. You know, just break off fucking Pluto. Stupid fucker. I fixed it, honey.
No, there's no use for those real tiny, like, or there's like the plastic foam balls from the
for the science fair projects.
There's no use for those now. That whole industry has dried up.
Yeah, the brontosaurus.
Yeah, brontosaurus was great.
Do you think they should try to recreate the dinosaurs, like bring them back with all the DNA stuff? And essentially, you know,
No.
Jurassic Park.
No, it's
Not a good idea.
Not only is it not a good idea, it's not a viable idea because they can't extract any DNA from that period because DNA has a lifespan, and anything from that period is, because it's a fossil, it's been fossilized, and the DNA is just...
Didn't they think they could get what they need out of frogs and then be able to use it to match up with the DNA, like change it? There's a whole thing with getting it from frogs. I don't know.
I think that was Jurassic Park.
No, Jurassic Park, they got the DNA because they got it out of the mosquitoes that were held inside of
but they crossed it with the frog. That was their video, and that's why they bred in the park, was because they use frog DNA that switches between male and female if it's an isolated species or whatever.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking about when I went to what is it? Not Disney World, the other one.
Animal Kingdom or
no?
Universal,
yeah, because they have a whole... You can go into Jurassic Park.
I've never been there to Universal.
You gotta go. You watch baby dinosaurs crack out of their eggs.
Oh, yeah.
You hatch them. You can buy dinosaur teeth.
Yeah, they got that new movies coming out like this summer, right?
Looks awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's people running from dinosaurs. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it is great. I mean,
but like they actually got the park up and running in this one.
Right, yeah, it's like down the line in the future or whatever.
Yeah, I'll look at it. I'll let you know what the budget is. I'll let you know if you're gonna like it or not.
Yeah. I came to the conclusion this morning that it's either a documentary for me to watch it, or the budget has to be over like $500 million for me not to like have a huge issue with it. Yeah, it's got to go over that budget range just so like I'm not disappointed by watching the movie.
So if anything, you'll be entertained. Right.
It doesn't just take me out of it, and I can't concentrate anymore. Yeah, I don't know. That's my own problem. Any modern movies, and that's the problem. Is like movies didn't used to be like that, you know?
No,
you can watch like anything, and
well, the thing is, they made special effects. You know how like when you watch a movie, it's 15 years old, and you go, "Oh my god, I can't believe the special effects look that bad." At the time, they looked good.
Yeah,
at the time, you thought, wow, they were really good special effects. They don't do that these days. They try to improve them, and right away when you see it, you're like, what, really?
Yeah.
Like, that was...
Some stuff holds up, though. Some stuff really holds up. Like, if they can... When they go back and they, like, remaster it and, like, mesh the special effects with the way film looks now.
Yeah, like Star Wars. That movie, it kind of holds up.
Yeah, they just put out a thing where you can digitally download those now from I don't know, from like the Disney website, and I saw it on Amazon too. It was like on their scroll thing where you can download the digital copies of it. But it's the fucking redone ones, man. It's not like the...
Well, they are re-releasing the original ones now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, so they can get more money from you to buy the same movie again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they did announce they're re-releasing the original cuts.
I might watch the original cuts, but I'm not downloading the new ones.
No.
I didn't like anything that they...
I bought them on Blu-ray just because I wanted my kid to see the movies.
Yeah.
And that was the only way I could get my kid to see the movie.
Right. Well, you don't have a choice. Yeah.
So I bought them, but they were cheap. $35 for 3 Blu-rays.
Sure.
I was shocked.
That's not bad.
Alright, well, I think that's what we have for today. We thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and Facebook. Find us on Twitter @DriverPassenger, or send us an email about anything you want at the Commute Podcast @Comcast.net. Thanks again, and hope to see you soon.